We're back. Live Burnout Box with a new edition.
Yeah, she's noisy. That's her being noisy, not me.
Yes. Indigo, Louisa, Grace.
She's here. She's just chilling.
So welcome to Burnout Box, season 2, episode
15.
15.
Ooh, I had no idea.
With me, Justin.
And me, Rebecca.
Yes.
And Indigo, because we're a package deal.
Package deal. That baby is with Rebecca all the time. Mm-hmm. I held her
supposed to be.
For about 30 minutes last night, combined.
Yeah, broken up into a combined total 30-minute package.
I got home from work a little bit late last night, and yeah.
Jonathan Whitaker's on the line. He says, "Is that Starkey Gen 6?"
Yes, sixth edition, whatever we want to
call it.
Yeah, Jonathan. Hey man, sorry I have not spoken to you or called you back. We'll talk soon. Who else is on the line, Carrie?
You got Dale Singe, JNTX. They're all saying hello.
Hi, y'all.
Justin Forrest is on the line. He is saying, I think he likes the intro tunes, from what I'm seeing.
Well, that's because they're awesome, because we picked them.
You got Steve White on the line. Let's see here. Jonathan Whitaker says, Chad Dowd is here. He says, sup. Jonathan Whitaker says, it's fine. Just wanted to know about attending Carlisle.
Yes, I'll talk to you about that today. So we got a bunch of stuff going on.
We do.
Considering that you just had a baby 10 days ago.
13, but that's okay.
13.
Who's counting? Except for
counting.
me.
I've been working way too much. You're here at work today.
Yes. We can't separate puppies from their moms before 8 weeks. It's illegal too, but human moms.
Yes, at least your baby's at work with you.
Yes.
JNTX says, quote, that baby, what's the baby's name?
Indigo.
Her name's Indigo.
Clint Castleberry says, congratulations.
Thank you.
Mustang Lifestyle says, hola.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah, and Jed Samara says, congratulations on the healthy baby, by the way.
Thank you.
And Jed does have a question.
Awesome.
Well, more of a comment.
Okay.
He says he changed his oil 2 days ago. Second change at 10,000 miles. Had glittery oil and little goldish pieces of metal. After change, ticking is constant even after getting warm. Can't win taking it to the dealership Saturday.
I'd take it to the dealership and maybe leave a few K-member bolts loose or something and just let that engine just fall out. Because if you've got glittery oil, I mean...
There's no good that can come of that.
I mean, you might be able to do some pretty cool looking face paint, like warrior face paint. Like, coyote for the win! But,
Clearly we had lunch at different places.
Yeah.
Kevin Rio says, nice baby name.
Thanks.
You. We like it.
Jordan does have a question. He says, I have an insane question. Can you switch over from one tuner to another tuner's tunes using a different devices? As if I enjoy a race tune from a particular tuner, but drivability tune from another on an 18 Mustang GT.
So I think he's talking about two different devices.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. And
so some devices check to see what's there before they flash, and other ones just push the tune. There's a chance that if you go back to stock with each device every time, you'll be okay. But if you don't go back to stock, it's kind of luck of the draw.
Rick Hackness is on the line. Hey, Rick.
Hey, Rick.
Hi, Rick.
And Ryan Reeve as well. Hey, Ryan. And it's kind of quiet right now. So.
Cool. Well, we'll talk about everything else that's going on.
Yeah.
The guys got back from Shelby Fest last weekend. Sunday, yeah.
Yep, they got back on Sunday.
And they had an awesome time at Shelby Fest. Oh, there's the pictures going across the screen.
As always.
Yeah. So they installed blowers, they tuned cars, they did kind of, all the stuff.
They were jacks of all trades.
Yeah. Mike and Joe went, and then Chuck joined them, which is our new team member new director of sales, which you'll be seeing more. So yeah, that's Shelby Fest, and like we're like knee deep in like the show season here at this point.
Yeah, things are moving along.
Like 2.5 weeks, we're going to Carlisle. 3 weeks, we're going to Carlisle.
Carlisle at the end of the month.
Yeah.
And we're still booking installations, dyno tunes, all that good stuff.
We can do a lot of stuff for you up there. So if you are up in that part of the country and wanting to get stuff done by us, it's easier to do it up there for you all than to come to us. So make sure you get with sales and support and get yourself booked for whatever you need.
And I think it's good to note that Sunday as well. So it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday
Correct.
availability, so that way don't think that it's over with or that we're stopping early Sunday. Sunday's
Yeah.
also available.
A lot goes on Sunday at Carlisle.
And then next event.
2 weeks after Carlisle is the American Muscle Show.
So we'll be up there again.
And we need participants, preferably VMP Supercharger participants, for the VMP drag races at Carlisle. And we'll be putting on the exhibition drag races. Sorry, not at Carlisle, at American Muscle, at the Maple Grove Raceway.
Up in Pennsylvania, we'll be doing that.
Yeah. So what day is the American Muscle Show?
The 15th.
15th of June. We'll be put on the exhibition drag races. If you're interested, contact us and let us know your vehicle mods and how fast it is and everything. And we will see. We have a limited number of spots available for the exhibition drag races.
Larry Duran is on the line. He says, "Hey, Team VMP. Speaking of Shelby Fest, Larry was there."
Yeah.
Larry, can we tell him how much power you made? I think we can. Made 1,003 rear wheel horsepower with a VMP Gen 3 built engine. Mr.
Awesome.
Joe tuning it. And yeah, that's freaking great.
Wasn't it at like 940 just prior to that?
Yeah, we had it made like 940, and then he turned it up and put an MFP crank support on and some other stuff, and it's totally freaking rocking.
And isn't it like a daily for him, or is it a regular?
I don't
street
know.
race?
Let Larry tell
chime in
us.
and let us know.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole lot of power for a daily driver. So a lot of people are commenting on the baby. Brandon says congratulations on the baby.
Thank you.
Can I
And
hold her?
Curtis says, "Yo, hold that baby up." He wants to see the baby.
Oh gosh. All right. I gotta pull her shirt down. I have a pet peeve.
She's got a Buddha belly.
Yep. Yep. And her eyes aren't even open. You're so cute. You said you forgot to bring a pacifier with you?
I did forget to bring a pacifier because I'm not really a pacifier person.
She does kind of okay with him, but she likes the real thing a lot better.
She doesn't mind her sister's fingers much either.
Really?
Her sisters are always sticking fingers in her mouth if she's crying. They can't. They're little mamas. They cannot stand to hear a baby cry.
Yeah.
Mustang Andrew wants to know. He says, first 9-second pass in the GT500 at American Muscle Show. Justin, what do you think?
Hell, let's do it, Andrew.
Do that.
Let's frickin' do it. You know, Andrew, you can take the auto train to American Muscle.
Oh yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah. So.
We've done that.
Yeah,
like not us personally, but.
Yeah, BJ did that a couple of years ago.
Your dad, Ray, is saying, "Hey," from Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh my gosh, they were walking around, like, maybe he's broadcasting it to the streets of Charleston live right now because they were walking around downtown Charleston when I talked to them 15 minutes ago.
And your mom says, "Hi, Mommy and Daddy, and Indigo."
Aw, hi, Mom. Tell the boys we say hi. What else do we have going on? We talked about shows coming up. We have a new video series coming up, and I don't know why I couldn't think of the word video series.
Oh, yeah.
And it's called Saturday Shop Talk. It's going to be every Saturday. We're going to give you little tidbits of information that should help with things that you might want to do in your car. So
Yeah.
definitely check it out. And that'll be every Saturday. The first one will be this Saturday. And we will be talking about
How to swap your fuel.
how to swap your fuel because people want to know that.
So
And it's, it's funny. That's something that like we used to think was like really hard, and then we made all the parts to do it, and it's like so freaking easy. You will not believe it. Just watch.
I mean, gosh, Joe and I did it on the trailer in 2014.
Yeah.
And
But even back then, like we were changing the tune.
well, we made a mess.
Yeah,
And,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I was going to say, like, now it's so much easier.
Yeah.
yeah, so with this next video, you'll get to see how to very easily, in the matter of minutes, swap your fuel, which will be very beneficial on situations where maybe if you have to store the car for a long period of time, you need to drain the fuel, or maybe if you want to go to E85 on trackside or what
Yeah.
have you. So
Maybe you have to run a spec fuel.
And like, maybe you loaded the car up with race gas and you want to save it because it's so freaking expensive.
Yes. Liquid gold.
$15 a gallon race gas.
So we will teach you how to do it and do it easily without making a huge mess, and without having to suck and siphon, per se.
Suck and siphon.
Suck and siphon. You like that one, huh? Wagonator has a question. Says, thinking of purchasing a Gen 2R kit for my 13 GT. Not sure on pulley size. What would be safe on a stock Gen 1 Coyote?
82 or 79. Yeah. If it's, did he say stage 1 kit or stage 2 kit?
He had said, let's look here, it just says a Gen 2R kit.
Gen 2R kit. So the stage 2 kit comes with a bigger throttle body, so it makes a little more power, and it comes with a fuel pump booster. The stage 1 kit does not come with the fuel pump booster, and the throttle body is a little smaller, so just keep that in mind. You want to keep your pulley like an 85 to an 82 without a booster. You can always add a booster later on. They're $339 or something, but that's kind of the deal.
Carter chimed in. Carter says he was the one that said hi, mommy and daddy.
Oh, hey, Carter.
Oh, okay. Hi, buddy.
I miss you. I miss you and Holden.
They're up in Charleston.
Yeah.
Good for them. Victor Xavier says, hi, VMP fam. Happy to see a happy and healthy baby. Congratulations.
Thank you. You'll be
Yeah.
seeing a lot of her because we are a package deal.
Package deal. Yep.
Brandon Cormier says, or Cormier says, 18 F-150, 5 liter, looking for long tubes, boostane, and tune, and looking, LOL.
We've got everything you need.
Yep.
We can get you long tubes, and we got boostane, and we got tunes.
Yep, we got tunes. If you need help, hit up sales and support or just get us on the site.
Dale Singe says, where's Indigo's VMP shirt?
She's too little for them still. She was my littlest baby.
We may have to get some VMP onesies made up.
We might have to.
Travis Schott, who you met up here
Yes, he was here for
for the
open
Florida
house.
Hideout.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he got some parts from you, and you had a nickel or something shipped.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
what
did you get everything on your car, Travis?
I think he got all the parts, and he's saying good afternoon. Congratulations on the super adorable baby.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know if he's got them installed yet, though.
She's fine now.
Travis, did you get them installed? Justin wants to know. Stephen Peters says, good afternoon. Congratulations on your new baby.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I have an 07 GT500 with a stock Eaton. I want to upgrade my supercharger to a Gen 2 or Gen 3. What do you recommend?
At this point, Gen 2R is a great blower.
Yeah, absolutely.
If cost is a real concern, it's less expensive, but the Gen 3 is the monster.
Yeah, it's going to take you further.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine for what you have now, and then if down the road you want to make more power, it's going to be able to do that for you. So
What all these GT500 people, I think, Like we've made really impressive numbers without changing the lower pulley. And everybody used to change the lower pulley on a GT500, even the people running the bigger twin screws.
Right.
And like with the Gen 3, you just don't need to do that. You don't need to do it till you're like building the motor point, I guess.
Right.
You know, it's where I'm going with it. So you're literally saving almost $1,000 parts and labor not having to dick with that lower pulley. Because they're expensive, $500 to
Is that a
$700,
technical term?
and they're not easy to install. Mess with. I'm going to try not to repeat the word that I said before. Because did you guys hear I'm trying to have better language on the shows?
I didn't. I hadn't noticed actually.
You guys have that? You guys have that jar? Can you guys get a jar for me to put?
We were gonna, yeah,
Maybe like a bucket.
a bucket jar.
I'm just going to get these out here right now.
You should take that out.
bet.
Just so I remember. Every time that I say a bad word, I have to give a $100 bill to a different person in here. It's not Rebecca or the baby.
Nice. Yeah.
Brian's over there always hoping to win.
I'll tell you what, we'll stick with the quarter jar. That'll be okay. But it'll be interesting how long you can go.
Yeah, let's see, how much time do I have? I've got 35 minutes to not mess up.
Steve White chimed in, $100, Justin. And he's winking. Alexander with Shelby Canada West says hello and
Hey.
congratulations again.
Thank you.
Anthony, I'm not going to try and say your last name, but congratulations, Justin and Rebecca.
Thank
you.
you.
Nathan says, okay,
we're
so
tingling.
Nathan has a 2.8 Kenny Bell, and he wants to know, how does our VMP 2.3 compare? Would it be an upgrade, because he's looking to change?
So he's got a 2.3. How does our VMP 2.3 compare?
Compared to the Kenny Bell 2.8.
Surprisingly well, considering it's half a liter smaller. And that's kind of been like the Kenny Bell 2.8 was the first blower to really come out from Kenny Bell for the GT500s. And then we were always big proponents of the 2.3 liter stuff, beginning with the Ford Racing, the VMP Gen 1, VMP Gen 2, Gen 2R, and now we have the VMP 2.65 liter.
And don't forget the Roush blowers either.
Yeah, that's true, the Roush 2.3s.
Sorry, I just have a special place in my heart for this.
Yeah, you ran fast on one
Yeah.
of those. So where I'm kind of going with this is that if you run our 2.65 liter TVS, it is light years ahead in technology to the twin screw stuff, especially older
Absolutely.
twin screw stuff like the 2.8. And you will see gains everywhere, better torque curve and more horsepower.
Stephen Peters, who has the 07 GT500 with stock Eaton and wants to upgrade to either the 2 or 3, the Gen 2 or 3, says, thanks, planning on doing the Gen 3 next year when I retire with all the bells and whistles.
Nice.
Real awesome.
Nice.
Nice. Derek Dufour says, how hard is it to change the passenger side seal valves? If done by a shop, what would you expect estimated cost to be on a 15 GT?
And he said what type of valves?
Passenger side valve seals.
Have so the actual valve seals. You really want to take this cylinder head off to do it.
Yeah.
It's because the springs have got to come out, and there's a tool that will remove valve springs, but you really need a cam blank with no lobes on it, and it's just a pain in the butt. If it smokes a little bit, I would probably just keep driving it until you have another reason to rebuild it. I mean, what do they say about the Chevys? Like a quart per oil change or per 1,000 miles is normal.
Something like that.
If your Coyote is using less oil than a Chevy, then it's a win-win.
Austin says you all should be going to Mustang Week.
Yes.
will be.
Well, oh, wow.
I probably won't be.
Okay. She sat Mustang Week out last time.
It's over my birthday, and it's not my favorite show. So.
It was a good time. Michelle came with us, came with me, and
I met you guys afterwards.
yeah.
For drag week, and then we didn't get to go on drag week.
Yeah.
So, but I was also sicker than a dog at that point too.
Oh, you were, yeah. You were pregos.
Yep.
Victor Xavier says, Justin, just hand out the money now. I don't think you'll make it.
Oh, wow.
People have a lot of
Wow.
faith in you, huh?
Wow.
I know, right? I have faith in him. Especially when there's money involved. I have a lot of faith in him.
Exactly. Like, if it was because there were children around, don't worry about it.
Oh, man.
But he's not parting with that money.
Benjamin. Benjamin.
You got one for each of them. You don't have a whole lot of faith in yourself either.
It just worked out that way.
Bubble Blue says, what can you expect if you install long tubes with just the stock tune? And what kind of pickup can I expect from getting a VMP tune? I have a bolt-on 2012 Coyote.
Good questions. So, you know, on an NA Coyote, long tubes are worth about 10 to 20 wheel. And then tuning that car is going to be worth another 10 to 20 wheel peak, but there's a lot of area under the curve, a lot of improvement in throttle response, drivability, feel,
Absolutely.
et cetera, et cetera.
Justin Forrest wants to know, do we have an auto trans laying around I can put in my Fox? I'm done with the AOD.
Justin, I don't know if you talked, no, we talked to somebody else. I've got two 4R70Ws with 5 liter push rod bolt patterns. So, and they're both low mileage. One of them has a J mod. I have a converter for one too. So if you've got a push rod engine in there, I've got a trans for you. And the price, you will not believe the price. It's like $200, which hopefully I don't lose today on the show. So.
Daily Boosted says, congratulations on the baby.
Thank you.
Jeff Scarlin has a 2019 5-liter F-150.
Nice.
He would like an 1819 Mustang intake, buy some RPM potential for the truck engine. Or is the cams on the truck make it not worth it?
So we did some initial Cobra Jet testing on our 1819 F-150 on 87 octane, and the truck made like 420 wheel. So I would say that motor is freaking bad arse, and you don't have to worry about the cams being a limitation. I mean, they're probably not as good as the Mustang cams, but they're probably not going to hold it back terribly either.
Justin Forrest says, I'm stopping by next week to drop a couple things off. I'll talk to you then.
Awesome.
And with that said, we're pretty well caught up on everything right now.
So, what else do we have? So we've been working on all kinds of skunk work stuff that we can't tell you about, but it's
stuff.
it's awesome. And
You guys are going to want to know about it.
yeah, we'll let you know as soon as we can. But like getting all the parts designed and everything else so that it's ready to shoot out of here shortly is like really exciting for me. I think it's really exciting for Rebecca because her cars.
For me, because my cars need to be finished.
Cars need to be finished and cars need to go really fast.
Yes.
So, by the way, the cylinder head guy called me while I was at lunch with Chris.
Nice.
So, I had lunch with Chris Johnson from founder of SCT, and he's running for the SEMA board.
Yep.
So, if any of you happen to work at a company that's a SEMA member and has a vote, Chris Johnson and James Lawrence are both
Check them out.
people we work with quite a bit, and you should consider voting for SEMA Board of Directors and SEMA Chairman.
Yeah.
There's my blurb.
Look over the stuff for the board members that are running and
Yeah.
make yourself an educated choice if you are eligible to vote. Coffee?
On a side note, we've gone green. We now have metal straws, reusable straws here. Thank you, Rebecca.
Yep, I'm saving the earth.
Yep, one whale at a time.
That's it. Sea turtles.
Sea turtles, okay.
It's all the marine life. It's
All the
because
marine life.
The straws are so lightweight that they end up in the ocean a lot more readily than other plastics do. So.
And probably like birds probably try to eat them too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you were a bird, you'd want to eat a straw floating in the water, right?
It might look like a shrimp.
It's a bird brain. That's where that term came from. I made
So
you guys
we're just
laugh.
gonna get corny
I'm
instead
sorry,
of not have bad words.
Nancy Jo Divine says, congratulations on the baby and kudos for you doing your mama thing.
Thank you.
Rebecca is a great mama, best one I've ever met. And
It behooves you to say that.
she doesn't always feel like that, but she is really is.
Thank you.
Austin Hudson says, which year would you think people should get if they put a VMP Supercharger on it? A 13-14 or 15-17?
Well,
Opinions may differ.
that is because you've got the Gen 1 Coyote people that want to do Gen 2 motor swaps. I honestly don't think you could go wrong with either one of those years.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it. Do the 13-14. I just really love a 13-14.
Okay, I was waiting for that because you and I have not really had that discussion whether you like the 197 or the 550 better.
I love my new car, but until it makes a pass down the track, it doesn't hold the candle to the old car.
Yeah.
And we figured out that 3-link, so
Yeah.
I've only done big wheelies in the 197 car.
Jeff Scarlin came back and said, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Robert says, hi guys, congrats on your baby.
Thank you.
I have a boy on the way.
Awesome.
He says, I have a 2008 GT500 daily driven on the street, not raced on the track. I currently have a Steeda cold air and VMP tune. I would like to make around 600 to the wheel. Would I be better off doing an upper pulley and lower pulley with the factory blower, or should I invest in a TVS blower?
So the guys did a car at Shelby Fest.
Okay. I
Had
haven't heard a whole lot about Shelby.
An M122, and okay, let me tell you, the M122 made 620 to 630 wheel. Let me tell you what he did to get there. He did the upper pulley, he did long tubes, and he did L&M NSR cams. That is a badass car. Fuck me.
Oh, that's all 3.
Yes. How many? Wait. How many times did I say? Twice or 3 times?
You said bad arse, you said F me, and you said the D word too.
Oh, what was the D word?
I'm not saying it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not paying anybody.
All right, 3 times. All right. You guys win the jackpot today. I don't have any more $100 bills. So he has a really bad mofo car, made 620 to 630 wheel,
How is this getting any better?
and it has cams, an upper pulley, and long tubes, and a throttle body. And that's how much power it made. So we just back that up. The stock blower cars with a pulley, throttle body tune, exhaust, generally making the mid to high 5s. The lower pulley will get you to touch 600, but is it really worth it to put all that money into a stock blower and still only make like 600? Barely. I don't know. I would just put a better blower on it.
It's all about potential.
For me, it's like throwing good money after bad.
Right.
I guess you guys work here, you're a valuable part of the team. This is good money after good. So.
Ryan Alofsis, is there any hope for the 16 F-150 3.5 NA for any gains?
So, it's funny, I don't know anybody that actually has that truck.
I know. I'm trying to think.
And you can tune anything and get more power out of it. Do you want to run 93? If we do 87, all we're going to affect is throttle response and transmission, so it's going to run better, it's just not going to make a whole lot more power. If anybody wants to tell you that you can get power out of a newer Ford on 87, a naturally aspirated Ford on 87, they're smoking crack. because the factory calibrations are so good and the knock sensors are so good that they more than optimize 87. They even optimize 93 to some extent, but there's usually a little more we can do. That's my take on that. You got to run premium. Just there's no.
We won't talk about my expedition.
Yeah.
I guess Nathan Hilgenbrink was there at the show as well. He said the car that made 630 sounded good too. He says I'm eyeing long tubes and cams next.
Awesome.
Nice.
So.
And we saw all that stuff. So.
RB is asking. He says, Justin, how did the new oval throttle body testing go? When will they be released for 11 to 14 Mustangs? Congratulations to you both on the Cherub.
Thank you.
It's going good. We're still a little ways out on releasing it though.
Jed wants to know, can you sleeve an engine that has cylinder scoring?
Do you want to talk about the sleeving process? You want me?
You can tell them.
So
I had something to say, but go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
So when you sleeve it, you cut all that stuff out.
Yeah.
So like it's great that you're using a scored block.
Yeah, it's irrelevant. The fact that it's scored is.
The one thing that like we got tricked by once is that you've got this factory steel sleeve. Outside of it, there's aluminum. There was actually a crack in the aluminum, and that engine always had head gasket problems. And it's
just make sure you do your due diligence.
Yeah.
Travis is responding, Travis Schott. He says he got the ported 18 manifold in. He says that's funny enough. Came with a bag of mini Oreos. And I'll be installing everything next Thursday. Also, would it be okay to track the car on initial file? Would log runs, if everything goes right with the install, in general, there's an event next Saturday, so he's just curious.
Absolutely. I mean, naturally aspirated tunes are pretty cut and dry.
On.
If the car runs good, just go run it.
Coyote Kelly, one of our regulars, says, hey guys, almost didn't make it, but congratulations on the new addition to the family.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here, we've bored her.
She fell asleep?
She's dozing.
Daniel Sinclair wants to know, on a 15 to 17 F-150 Gen 3 kit, turnkey head unit and intake, question mark.
Yes.
And then he says, OPGs are done, E85 done, headers done, Roush.
That's going to be awesome.
Oh, wow.
And then he says, Roush 2300 TVS, 680 rear. How much safe room for improvement with the Gen 3 head unit?
So we never ran E85 on any of our trucks. But the Gen 3 head unit ran, the gas mileage actually went up because we didn't have to go such a small pulley cruising around.
Yeah.
Like the truck motor is not as efficient and it's lower compression ratio, so you end up running like a pretty small pulley to make that 680. At least on gasoline, we had to run the smallest pulley, 69. Gen 3 picks up about 50 wheel on with like an 85 millimeter pulley, like safe for stock engine type stuff. If you're on E85, you could probably go like an 82 or even a 79. It would be a nice gain. I mean, I think you could make 750 to 800 pretty reasonably.
Kevin Davis wants to know, what's the safe max horsepower on a 13?
Oh, I think the dude in Blue's car made 700 wheel.
I'm just questioning 13 Coyote or GC500.
Oh, yeah. 800 on a GC500, 700 on a Coyote. A lot of people push the Coyote stuff really far, though, and they just kind of know that it's on borrowed time, but they get away with it for a while.
Some not so long.
Yeah.
Daniel
That's true.
Sinclair, who had just asked about the F-150, the 15 to 17 F-150, says a 69 millimeter.
Yeah, I mean, your Roush blower is pretty much maxed out with a 69. Gen 3 is going to pick up there at 85, still make more horsepower and have plenty of room to go. Oh, and, okay, hold on, Daniel Sinclair. You'll have to call in for this combination of parts, and they may not know exactly what they are or how much to charge you, but the plug-and-play solution is going to be a Gen 3 with a spacer for the throttle. You know what? On the 15 to 17, you don't need the throttle body spacer. And then just a Mustang cold air intake, and we move a couple of the coolant tanks around, and you're good. So it's pretty easy.
Stephen Peters wants to know, are there any long tubes that are street legal in California?
Nope.
Yeah, sorry.
So the solution is to
Move.
move from California.
Yep.
Travis says, Travis came back and said, awesome, thanks Justin, I didn't want to do anything that wouldn't be a good idea.
Understandable.
Coyote Kelly says, Justin, do you think it will be possible to have rev matching on the 18 cars in the future, or is it just too much?
Sport mode, doesn't sport mode do that already? Oh, like on the manuals.
Yeah. That's like, people want that.
We'll have to look at that. I mean, it might be possible to do like a special rev match tune.
Daniel Sinclair came back and said, got it, we'll be ordering soon, thank you.
Awesome.
And with that, we're pretty well caught up.
So,
What else do we have that's going on
That we can talk about.
that's kind of cool? Branching outside of Ford stuff.
yes.
Which we, yeah.
Yep.
So we've been doing
We
Chevy.
hired some GM guys.
We have like 2 GM people in the building now.
Like really GM people, and it's kind of weird, but that's okay. I like them both.
There's like a 9-second GTO in the parking lot.
I know.
I was just going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
We pulled up at the same time from lunch, and I'm like, I'll admit it sounds good.
But is it a GTO with the single tailpipe or the dual tailpipes?
I wasn't behind it.
Okay. That's like 04 to 05 is single, and then 06 up, I believe, is dual.
You say it's an 05.
05, okay. I did some GTO tuning back in the day, but it's supercharged. It runs high 9s, low 10s.
Yep, we were out at the track on the same night when. Oh, he was there when I went 8-0.
Oh shit, he was.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, and then tried to meet the wall.
So not to give anything really away, but there may or may not be a video in the future with Chucky in the GTO.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Can Chucky beat the GTO? Will the GTO beat Chucky? Ooh, how fast is Chucky gonna go?
Chucky with nitrous.
Oh
You might
man,
have to get a driver.
we're gonna have to get on the A game for this deal right here. Yeah.
So that may be something kind of exciting for people to look out for in the future. Just saying. Yeah. A couple questions. How much of a difference would you be looking at compared to the smallest VMP Supercharger versus ported Eaton in the quarter mile?
Ooh.
No comparison, because the Eaton M122 or even the 112 is a 3-lobe, low twist design, and it just is not capable of what the TVS is capable of. It's funny, back in the day when that was like, when our TVS stuff was first coming out, I did some boost for boost tests, and the TVS makes 50 wheel more at the same boost with like a 2.5-inch pulley on the M122 versus a 3-inch pulley on the TVS, the 2.3. And then of course the TVS has tons more headroom, so you've got the opportunity to pick up, in addition to that 50, like another 100 to 150, depending on how fast you spin it and the rest of the setup. And porting on that 122 doesn't get you much. Like the GT500 M122 is a great design from the factory.
Tim Obis says congratulations and then says night sleeper, question mark.
She's a pretty good sleeper. Our last baby was the best sleeper ever, so I was spoiled. But she's a pretty good. I'm not a good sleeper, so she sleeps better than I do.
Oh, wow. And I sleep fine because I don't, you do. I don't wake up.
No.
Mad Max says hello VMP.
Hey,
John Pavia
Hey, John.
is on the line. He says, get your V6 Mustang back running.
I was showing somebody,
Yes.
who was over at our house that I was showing
I don't know
the
who you
V6
showed it
Mustang?
to, but we had it on Burnout Box last week on the.
Oh, I was showing you guys on, yeah, that's right. So John Pavia So you gotta wonder, this guy had like a fast Terminator, he sold it, and he's still watching Mustang stuff. So,
He wants to see what I do.
oh, okay, okay. I think he wants to buy a car again and come out and play, so.
Tim Obis wants to know, do the GM people eat with their own separate clique at lunch? No, we all eat together.
We'll have to do a bow tie room for them. There's a chair in the laundry room.
Nice. Wow, that's rough.
Oh, man.
Laundry/shower room.
Although Chuck was gone with us the last couple days.
We have an office here where there's a shower attached to it, and a washer dryer, and it's the laundry room, the shower room. Yeah, came with the place when we bought it.
That's funny.
And there's also a folded chair in there, apparently. Most of the time there's laundry on it.
Yeah, and then Coyote Kelly wants to know if we give the GM guys strange looks as we walk by their offices.
We really don't. They're a great part of the team,
Yeah.
and we're doing Chevy and Dodge tuning and modification
They're
here.
a great resource.
So,
I think
yeah.
we're all pretty excited to have them on board.
We are. We really are.
They're good guys, and I think we're all excited to have them here. Victor Xavier wants to know, have you heard of any changes coming for the 2020 GT?
I heard nothing.
It's funny, like the GT500 has overshadowed all of that stuff.
Yep.
I really don't think we're going to see much as far as changes. I think after the GT500 comes out, we'll probably have a special edition GT. I mean, we've got the Bullet, but like that's not a racer's car. That's a collector's car.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see.
Like recently I saw several Bullets in one day, 2 or 3, and it was really weird. I was like, what the heck is going on? One on 415, one on I-4, one was a new one was an older one, and then I saw the SN95 one too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I saw 3 in one day.
I think what'll happen probably in 21 or 22 is there'll be like a Track Pack GT or some type of like special edition type Mustang GT
Yeah, they'll bring back the California Special or something.
that'll have some of the technology out of the GT500, maybe some suspension or brakes. And there might be, a special Coyote that makes a little bit more. The Bullet's got the GT350 intake manifold and throttle body and cold air on it. So like that's an extra 20 horsepower, but the 18 GT stuff is so good to begin with. There's not a big delta. I'd like to see a little more delta because those parts then spill into the aftermarket to upgrade the GTs.
Chad Cutler wants to know, will VMP offer a Gen 2 to Gen 3 trade-in upgrade option? And how much horsepower torque can I expect to gain on an 03 Cobra motor, currently around 600 horsepower on 93?
Everybody asks with the Cobra asks about that Gen 2 upgrade option, and like we could offer it, but you can sell your blower for so much because we don't make the Gen 2 for Cobra anymore.
Yeah.
That like you're just like, I'm not gonna, when there's already a good path for you, I'm not gonna like be, like take your money that way. So but the Gen 3 for the Cobra, much higher ceiling and more power with less blower speed, more efficiency right now. But like pump gas is kind of your limiting factor. You'll probably make about 30 to 50 more with a Gen 3, but just keep in mind that pump gas is the limit.
This is a good question. Tom wants to know, any Mustang EcoBoost tuning coming soon?
We can do Mustang EcoBoost tuning, yeah.
Hit us up now.
Jeff Scarlin says, sounds like BMP needs to come up with a fuel system for F-150s 5 liters to enable enough fuel flow for boosted E85 truck people.
That's not a bad idea. I think there's some people out there doing that stuff. Joe and I run our trucks on gasoline, and we're pretty happy with that. The corn would make another 30 to 50 just due to the fact that it's oxygenated, but we like being able to drive our trucks everywhere too, so.
You got a bed. It's me 85 back there.
Slab Shack says, I always want to say it like they say it. Slab Shack. Anyway, Slab Shack says, on a 1314 GT500, how much boost is a 2.4 upper 10% lower making through long tubes? Ported Trinity, if that matters.
Did he say, what year did he say?
1314 GT500.
17 or probably 18 if you're lucky. You know what, they'll make 18 or 19 because they're ported and they're upper and
Yeah.
lower pulleys. So yeah, because now on a 5.4, that setup makes a solid 2 pounds boost more. But 5.8 drops boost way down.
Neil Terrio says, congratulations on your new addition. Everyone
you.
looks great.
Thank you.
Overall Cactus 74 says hi.
Hi.
Braxton Jones says, we have the 99 to 04 GT swap to the Terminator motor with the VMP, and he's pushing it in the 700s.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh, Christy's chiming in
Christy.
about
Hey,
the baby.
Christy.
She is saying hi to everybody.
Hey,
Hello.
it's been
says-
so long since Christy's been gone.
I know.
Jesse says, congratulations.
Thank you.
And I have an 11 GT500 with Comp 3 cams, long tubes, first gen 2.9 liter Whipple, VMP Twin 67, meth injection, it's got a lot of stuff here, and 10% lower running 20.5 PSI, making 760 to the wheel.
Nice.
If I was to order your new Gen 3, what can I expect to run boost-wise to get around 820 to the wheel? And what pulley to get with that 10% lower?
I would say 10% lower, probably a 2.6 or 2.7. So the cams really make that motor. And if you don't have high octane available to you, the meth definitely helps out. Yeah, I'd say 2.6, 2.7. I mean, like, I've had people with Gen 3s on GT500s that told me they've made 850 wheel
Right.
on freaking stock cams. And those were cold day type dyno results that were probably a little optimistic. So depending on how happy your dyno is and your conditions and everything, you may not have to go as low as a 2.6 or a 2.7. You might be able to do it with a 2.8. The other thing is the throttle body, like the Twin 67 is great for drivability and everything like that. It will be a little bit of a restriction, so you might have to pull it down a little bit more to make up for that. But definitely very, very doable. And you can probably get some decent money for that Gen 1 Whipple to fund the VMP Gen 3.
Mike Snook says, oh hell, just tuned in, congratulations on the little one.
Thank
Thank
you.
Jeff Scarlin says, it's probably nice to have people to beat up on at the track now from the same office.
You know, I mean, that'll go for GTO and Chucky, and that'll go for you and Matt. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I've always been the fastest.
better tell Matt that.
The time slips on the corkboard in my office.
Well, you better tell him he's got, you know, see if he's up to the challenge.
He's up for it. But I still don't think he's going to win. World Test Services says, do you think there are any worthwhile intake swaps for an 18 Pro Charged F-150, or do you think the truck manifold is best due to the low-end torque?
So that's a car that we dyno tuned, and the guys told me a little bit of details on it. I think we need to get a Mustang intake manifold and a set of injectors in that truck, turn up the shift points, and
Yeah.
you know, a lot of that truck, that torque that the truck intake manifold is tuned for is like park throttle torque,
Yeah.
which is like important for towing and gas mileage and like downshifts and stuff like that. But for everyday driving, especially with a blower, not that really that big of a deal. I mean, that's something where I could see that thing gaining like 50 to 100 under the curve at like 7,000. It'd be like insane.
Overall Cactus wants to know, do oil pump gears go bad in F-150s?
Didn't Dorian break his oil pump gears?
I don't know. If you're watching, Dorian, chime in and let us know.
I'm pretty sure he told us when we were at Bradenton that he broke them. So,
I was preoccupied at Bradenton, so I don't know.
oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, they can most definitely fail in the F-150
Yeah.
Coyotes too.
I haven't seen him chime in today. Usually he does, but we'll see, Dorian, if you're out there. Edward says, congratulations on the little one.
Thank
What is
you.
the best way to add a little more overstock power on a 2001 Bullet? Just want to go a little more for track days.
Tuning.
Yep,
Good tune from us.
we'll hook you up.
And with that said, it's 2:29 and we are all caught up at this point.
Well, I think we had a pretty good show. First time with the baby. First time since you had the baby. I've been trying to get Rebecca to take it easy. I haven't been like a good influence on that stuff, so.
I don't know how you've been trying to get me to take it easy.
Now, you've been trying to take it easy. I don't know if I was involved or not, but. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you next week.
See you later.